here, please get onto social media and tweet and let the Palestinians know what's happening here in Slough. We are here standing in solidarity with them. Well, firstly, I want to thank you all for attending today's protest and for being the voice for a people who have no voice, a people who have been brutalised for 73 years. Shame, yes.
Shame.
I'm just an ordinary Aisha, Sue or Ranjit in Slough, you know, an ordinary person who goes about her life cleaning, shopping and looking after my kids. I am an ordinary person who has grown up watching the Palestinians suffer day after day, year after year, decade after decade. When will the help come? On the 27th night of Ramadan this year, the most holiest and peaceful night of the year, we saw Israeli armed police storm Masjid al-Aqsa in Jerusalem. Shame. We all saw with greater shock the events over the following days. A senseless and brutal attack on a people that are occupied. If even an iota of what has happened to them had happened against any other religious group, I think we know what world outcry there would have been with sanctions and even military intervention. But you, my fellow countrymen, you have been the means of showing us what injustice is. The protests countering vile and downright ridiculous propaganda have taken them by surprise. Surprise that anyone could defy them. Keep this going and don't let the momentum die. Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
We will continue with the call to support the BDS and continue to petition our government and call the media out. When the so-called ceasefire was announced, and by the way, a ceasefire implies that there are both parties on an equal footing and that both parties are at fault. But what happened? Just a few hours later, Israel intentionally provoked and shot bullets at a packed Masjid al-Aqsa again.
It's a shame.
Shame. This is the daily reality for the people of Palestine. Dear friends, the time is now. Unite with the Palestinians and heed their call to boycott and impose sanctions.
Yes! Yes!
Yes.
Yes.
More than 70 Palestinian children have been killed among 248, with nearly 2,000 injured in a space of a week and a half. And this figure could grow as they clear out the rubble. And what does our Prime Minister say?
Nothing.
That the aggressor Israel has the right to defend itself. Shame! And the Palestinians, who have every right to defend themselves, have absolutely no human rights. This latest attack, which Israel calls its mowing the grass, is killing a mass population in a short space of time.
Shame.
have seen too many of these massacres happening over the past few years. Whilst all this happens, Israel has always told its people it's fighting terrorists and that it's only defending itself. Their policy of apartheid and occupation is never mentioned, and the media never asks or holds the Israeli spokespeople to account. We can see that, and we are watching you. The UN has passed over 60 resolutions against them, but nothing happens. Why? But the public don't know. Let me tell you what life is like for a Palestinian. Poverty, child labour, no clean water, electricity shortages, no homes, no regular school or access to proper medical treatment, especially mental health, with always the fear that they could be bombed, attacked, or arrested and tortured. Women can be stopped at roadblocks and denied medical help